It probably was about a year later, maybe a year later, that I could actually focus in and say that I could be a mom.
We're so pleased and excited to have you on today. We're believing that the rest of your life is going to be the best of your life simply because you came by this place called the Empowerment Temple.
Just give God some praise.
I guess in the back of my mind, I already had one son that I lost, and so I got rooted into the church really deep, and so a lot of worrying I didn't do because he was just totally different from my other son. A week after Jonathan got killed, Imani made a promise that he was going to be a good boy. He said he wasn't going to be a bad boy. Mom, I'll be a good boy.
That one promise I made her after my brother got killed was to make her happy because I saw she was so hurt once he died.
And he has kept that promise.
Everything's good. What you think?
You got to put your best effort forward. Not just a little bit. You just doing the bare minimum just to get past. You got to give it your all. My desire for Imani has always been to make it out of the hood. To make it out of the hood, I think you have to focus on going to school, doing good in school, getting good grades.
She knows the potential Imani has, even growing up. I mean, Imani went to, a great school in D.C., a great academic school.
Imani Lee went to Banneker High School, which the reason Mom sent him to Banneker, she felt it was a better academic school for him.
It took a lot to get him into Banneker because at first they didn't want to accept him. We had teachers from his elementary school to write recommendation letters, the principal, and that's how he got in.
I remember I used to drive to the bus stop in the morning to dock with my mom because I live all the way across D.C. in Southeast, and I had to go all the way to Northwest to go to school. And she just thought it was necessary, waking up extra early to go to school. It was just like, why must I do this and I can go to school right here and enjoy the people that I grew up with all my life? I'll be around here. Be safe, son. I hated it when I had to do it, but now that I'm here, I'm glad she did it.
Every morning we would get up, then I would drive from our home to my job, which was at 5th and P. The sun was coming across the 11th Street Bridge. Every morning we had a thing that we had to say a prayer in the car.
My mom started to get more spiritual, so we'll pray when we first got in the car. At first it was more of a, oh, here we go. Because when you pray, it seemed like she used to pray for so long. But now that I'm older and I pray on my own, I can see why the prayers got so long, because it seemed like it's a lot to cover. But she'll pray, and then we'll talk. We'll have our mother and son talk in the morning.
That's basically what we did on our journey.
School was all I knew. Like, I played sports, but like, school was my way out.
Even when he was little and his coaches wanted him to play football, I said schoolwork was important. He was punished. They were like, Miss Lee, I would help him do his homework. Just let him, please, Miss Lee. I was like, you're not gonna live your dreams out on my son.
So like, school's always been like in my life, like, you gotta do well in school or else. So like, without football in high school, I would have got scholarships to go to school academically.
He's a neat kid, he really is, and you know, he's one of these kids that's very dear to me, and I really want to see him be successful, not only in the football field, but you know, when he gets out of here.
That journey is paying off now because I feel like without football and with school, I'm gonna be a successful man, and I'll still be able to make my mom proud, football or no football. So I feel like that long ride across the district that my mom made me go on, because I didn't want to go on it by choice, but that ride she made me take is gonna pay off, and hopefully when I leave here, I can take her on the ride and let her live her life without worrying about the bills and trying to make ends meet when the money's not there.
Like I said, I got a lot of love for Imani. He's a man of his word, and if he told his mom that he's gonna make it out of Southeast DC, that's exactly what he's gonna do.
This is a card that Imani sent me for Mother's Day. I was the one that said I wanted him to be named Imani. Imani means faith, and we had faith that he was gonna be special.
That's what my name means, faith. So I just had to keep the faith that I wasn't going to succumb to the violence and the crime and drugs of Southeast DC. So I vowed to stay away from that alley, which is a dark place to me. It's a dark place, but at the end of the day, we win some, we lose some. And that's one of the battles not only my mom lost, but I lost too. But we've made the best of the situation. And I like to think that that alley made me who I was, because if my brother wouldn't have got killed in here, I probably would be a different man, because I wouldn't have had to make that promise to be the person, to be a good boy, to make my mom proud, even though that's probably what I would have wanted to do. But that alley made me who I was, in a sense.
Sometime in the fire, sometime in the fire, sweet Jesus, He carried me. Sometime in the fire, sometime in the water, when I hear that mournful sound, sometime in the fire, make me want to kneel and pray. Sometime in the water, sometime in the water, sweet